Hi guys, Puddin here with the game of my Tier 7 premium German battleship, the Scharnhorst, or as most people kind of lovingly call it, is the Shiny Horse. Now, as of the recording for this, rank is not out, but I have been playing mostly T7 and ships that you will see in rank, just so you can get an idea of how they play and how to handle them and how to deal with them. Now, this ship does come with 6-kilometer torpedoes, a triple launcher on each side, in case you did not know this. Now, the ship, I do believe, also has a fairly quick reload. I'm sorry, I forget it off the top of my head, but we will see it in chat. The other thing is, this thing is one of the very few battleships that I will shoot HE a little bit more than I would normally in a battleship. The other thing is, previous seasons of Ranked were on this map, which is another reason why we kind of chose this, because I kind of do take up some spots where most people do like to post up. Now, I see the Atlanta. I want to get this guy gone because he does have radar. He is a rapid-firing ship, and he will cause a lot of problems if he goes unchecked. Now, I am heading in the westerly direction because, I see that we were kind of light over there. Thought I'd come over there, try to give these two guys a hand that are actually pushing. Oh, sorry about that, guys. But I am going to be a little bit more selective and careful on my shots. This game, instead of just firing as soon as my guns are loaded. Another thing, who here wants to bet some cruiser goes YOLO and then blames battleships for sitting in the back? Now, normally for standard battle, teams don't play as aggressive as I take shots on the Furataka as he disappears. Spoiler, I don't delete him. Actually, I don't think I do very much damage to him at all. But the Atlanta is really the primary guy I want to shoot and get rid of. I want to make life easier for our destroyers. We have the destroyer advantage. We have one more than they do. As the Atlanta turns in, as I thought he was going to keep sailing away. But this guy is playing smart. He's trying to get to this island. He's trying to use what cover he can and wherever, whenever he can. Now, this spot right here is one of the notorious spots in Ranked where battleships do like to post up. Destroyers will smoke them up so they can pop out a little bit because they don't have to worry about enemy torpedoes that much. Now, I had slowed down hoping this Atlanta would just continue to sail through that gap, but he doesn't. He turned away. It was the right call by him. But I am going to wait for this gentleman to kind of turn back as the cruiser who went yellowed is calling all of our battleships a bunch of cowards. I'm sure you could read, he used different words, but we do try to keep it PG. Take a shot on the Furataka, trying to finish this guy off because I did see that he was really only going to get hit by one torp. I wanted to get rid of the cruiser, any cruisers, as fast as humanly possible. It helps the destroyers, and I spend less time burning, and I do not like burning. And cruisers love to set battleships on fire. Luckily for me, I haven't had too many people paying attention to me, as I want to finish off the Furataka, get his torpedoes out of the game. As the Atlanta dies, I get my first kill of the game. Now, at this time, I kind of noticed, they really only have two ships on this side. The Nuremberg is heading over to the east with the rest of the team. There's only two battleships. We have a destroyer all the way up north. We have a cruiser and a battleship over here. So I'm thinking these guys should be able to handle what is left over here. I want to get back to the other side of the map to help out the team. The other thing is I do have this island in front of me that is stopping the guys on the east from shooting at me, which is nice. The enemy battleship over here is not really shooting at me. The Königsberg makes the right call and shoots AP at me as I get a Citadel, leave them on 139 health. Have to fire the rear guns to finish off that gentleman. But he did fire a salvo of AP at me because I was full broadside. And German AP it has very good damage on full broadside targets. It doesn't matter the range. They will do a lot of damage. Battleship or cruiser alike. Those shells just hurt when a German cruiser hits you broadside. Now I see the Pensacola. I want to take him out because that is a very deadly ship in the right hands. It has very nasty guns. The only downside is Kaplow. Citadel, I don't know how I got a Citadel, because if you look at the mini-map, the guy was kind of driving away from me when those shells landed. I see the enemy Nuremberg coming out. I want to get rid of this guy as fast as possible. Notice the enemy destroyer there. Nuremberg turns on a little bit and only eats one shell. This still manages to do 2,000 damage. Now, I am playing a dangerous game of trying to kite this guy and dropping all his torps. I had failed to notice that he had dropped them during the game. I had failed to notice that he had dropped them. As boom, devastating strike, he's gone. Get back on the side of a Bismarck where you belong. Now it's time to play, can I outrun the torpedoes, because I failed to notice these things earlier. Looks like I'm gonna miss one. Looks like the last one here could potentially hit my side, and all skill, no luck as it dies. Now, as you can see, the only gentleman left on the east center team is this poor Pensacola. And as I was saying earlier, it is a very nasty ship in the right hands. Those AP shells will hurt everything. I have seen a Pensacola Citadel battleships at close range. I've seen them delete cruisers. So those ships in the right hands are very dangerous. The problem with the Pensacola is it has very weak side armor, and it just has weak armor in general. It did get a buff to its bow armor, but when going up against battleships, it's just a hot knife through butter most of the time. Now, the other thing is, I'm kind of keeping AP loaded for the Gneisenhower here, because he is close enough to where my AP will do a good chunk of damage. I am aiming for the midship and for the superstructure. It's like a nice 5,000 damage on him. I'm also trying to bait this guy into shoot me, not the Pensacola. I can take the hits a lot better than he can. I'd love to keep his guns in play, but this guy knows what I'm trying to do. I'm not presenting a full broadside. I'm giving him a nice angle target. The only thing that he could have done there was to shoot HE. I switched to HE because I know this guy's doing the same thing. He's giving me somewhat of an angle, so I might as well try to hit him with the HE. The other thing is, I do know his damage control is out, because as you saw earlier, the Pensacola got 2 fires on him. So I'm trying to reignite these fires, doing my darndest to keep our Pensacola alive. The more guns you have in play, the better off you are. The German battleship here cannot last. He now has 2 fires. He's using his heel to try to counter that, but with 2 fires, he's not going to survive. Now, the other thing is, I feel that battleships should go take some of the damages. I do my final shot on him as he succumbs to the Pensacola's fires. Now, this gentleman I am going to rush. Sorry about that, guys. I am going to rush. I am going to try to give this guy a lot more of my side, as those shells just completely whiffed, because I failed to notice he was kind of coming, and as his shots just missed. I did fail to notice he was coming in. I aimed a little bit high. These salvos, I will not. They will come in, do a nice 5,000 damage. Now, this gentleman is getting within my torpedo range, but I do want to hold off on them for a little bit. His full attention is on me, not the Pensacola. I do turn my ship a little bit. I should have dropped these torps a little bit further behind. But like I said, I am doing everything I can to try to keep this guy's attention on me and not our Pensacola. Because, 2 ships shooting at him, this guy won't last long, as he takes a nice chunk out of me. I do about another 5,000. I do believe he is well aware of my torpedoes. These are going to miss. My secondaries are going off. His secondaries are going off. I also have the Pensacola. This gentleman is burning. Put a nice waterline shot in for the last about 5,000 of this gentleman health. And with that, guys, you can see they only have 2 ships left. A Pensacola. This gentleman has done a superb job on staying alive, and another shiny horse. Now, I am low health compared to most of those, compared to the other 2 ships, but I can at least deal with the cruiser and potentially hurt the shiny horse and get him on lower health for somebody else to finish. Was holding my shot to see what the Pensacola was doing. Looked like this gentleman was starting to drive straight, but he actually was turning away slowly. As all these shells come down and just say, plump. There's some fish in the water. If you guys want to fish them out for dinner, you will be joining them very soon here, Mr. Pensacola. Get my guns reloaded, and now I'm going to play a little bit of patience. I'm not detected. I am trying to get a read on what this gentleman wants to do. I'm trying to wait for him to show me some sort of side so I can just delete this gentleman. I was trying to wait until he was comfortable to turn. As the Warspite one-shots the poor Pensacola. Now, I know the battleship here has torpedoes. I know that he knows I have torpedoes. I would hope he knows, because he's in the exact same ship as me. But as you can see, the gentleman on a Pensacola is playing a Pensacola how you should. You stay behind battleships. Let the battleships get up there. Let the battleships draw the attention, and you offer support. Now, this gentleman makes a horrific mistake. He comes through this narrow channel to try to get torpedoes off. He gets a nice salvo off. I do drop these a little bit in front, but at this range, I know at least one of them is going to hit. I load HE in the hopes that I do get a flood, as I get Confederate high caliber as 2 torpedoes hit. I do get a flood, so I do know that this gentleman's repair party is out. Here comes his torpedoes. I knew they were coming. Luckily, he waited longer to drop his. I have my secondaries trained on this gentleman. I'm trying to get that fire because originally I did not think I would walk out of this alive. This gentleman just shot HE at a Pensacola. Don't know why. He could have deleted him. Gonna make my turn to drop my second set. Gonna give these plenty of lead. This guy's turning, giving me his side. These torpedoes are going to connect. They are going to finish this gentleman. And with that, guys, I'm going to get a Kraken. And now we're going to check out the post-battle results. 150,000 damage. Confederate Dreadnought Kraken. Devastating strike. High caliber. And with the 5 ships I killed, number 1 on the team with a base experience of 2,000. Also made some money. I know everybody's just as shocked as Paul as I am about the premiums hemorrhaging money. It's what they do. 99,000 damage coming from my main batteries, 39,000 from my torpedoes, and 7,000 from the fires and the 3 floods. With that, guys, just want to say we love your replays. Please keep them coming in. And remember, please compliment people who play well and are good teammates. We are quick to report, slow to compliment. Please hit that like and subscribe button and have a good day.